Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good day to everyone. My name is Adib Haikal bin Zulkifli, Foundation Student in Engineering at UiTM Selangor Campus Dikir. Today, I will introduce to all of you about the using of spreadsheet. In this video, I will explain about the basic function. So, let's look at the example of scenario to use this basic function. The scenario states that Amir and his friend have just opened a burger store. After opening a store for a week, they want to identify their total spending to open a burger store and sale amount of burger. Other than that, they also want to identify the highest, lowest, average and totals of their sale amount of burger. However, they could not identify the total spending and their sales amount of burgers because they do not have an organized data storage system. This is because they were never exposed to effective data management methods while at school or university. You need to guide him to complete the task based on the following data. This two table shows the way Amir and his friend keep their data. So let's help them to improve the way on how to save data systematically. The way Amir and his friend can solve the problem of organizing data in a wise way is by using basic function. In basic function, we will learn about the sum, minimum, maximum, average, and data validation, which is drop-down list. In addition, by using this function, Amir and his friend can solve their problem to store data more systematically. Therefore, I will provide guidance on how to use this basic function to store data wisely. So, let's get started. The first step is open the Google Chrome, then click this icon and search for sheets. As you can see, many templates will appear, but on our task, which is basic function, we use blank. Before continue to make our task easier, you can keep this Google Doc on your Google Chrome, as you can refer it when making a spreadsheet. The first step in spreadsheet is write the title by double click on cell B2. Write the title of first table, which is expenses money. The first table included 4 columns, so let's merge this 4 cells for the title. Select database from B2 until E2, format no cell and merge horizontally. You also can put the title at the center by select the title, horizontal align and center. Then double click on cell B3 and write the type of item. Then double click on cell C3 and write the quantity, either set, packets or bottle. Then double click on cell D3, write the price of each item in Ringgit Malaysia. Then double click on cell E3, write the amount, also in Ringgit Malaysia. Then you write the database for type of item, quantity and price of each item based on this table. For your information, in sheet, when we want to solve the calculation, we just only put the formula. For example, when we want to multiply the quantity and the price, you can put the formula at E4, double click on cell E4, put equal write C4 and shift 8, which is multiply, and cell D4, then click enter. They will automatically calculate for you. Then click add small square the corner of the box and drag down until cell E12. The value will automatically calculate for you. You also can find the total of expenses this by put the formula. We write equal sum and select database from E4 until E12. Then click enter. They will automatically calculate for you. And for on cell D13, you write the total expenses. You also can merge these 3 cells for total expenses by select database, format, merge cell, and merge horizontally. And you also can put at the center by select again, horizontal align, and center. Then you can put the border to the cell by select database from B2 until E13 and choose border and all border, and the border will appear. Other than that, you also can customize the cell. For example, for price, you can increase the decimal place by select database from D4 until E12 and click increase decimal place 2 times. Other than that, you can make this row nice by select database again and tag wrapping and wrap. You also can put this at the middle by select again, vertical align and middle. So you can see your cell be more nice. For quantity, you also can put this at the center. Select database, horizontal align and center. Before I continue, I would like to make sure that all of you put the open bracket after write sum to avoid spreadsheet having an error to find your total expenses. Next, we move to the second table, which is sale amount of burger. So for the second table, we start it by create a border. So for the second table, we use 5 column and 9 of row. Select database from B15 until F23, border and all border. Then you can merge div 5 cell for the title. Select database, format, merge cell and merge horizontally. Then double click on the cell, write the title of the second table, which is sale amount of burger. Then double click on cell B16 to write date. Double click cell C16 to write type of burger. Then double click cell D16 to write the quantity. Double click cell E16 to write the price of each burger, which is in RM. Then write at cell F16 with sale amount, also in RM. Then for the spreadsheet, we have another alternative way to write the date by just clicking and choosing the calendar. So let's look at on how to make it. So you select database from B17 until B23, click data, data validation, criteria, you choose date. So there will be many that you can choose, but you choose date and it's a valid date and save. So when you want to choose date, you just clicking and choose the calendar. Then for the type of burger and price of each burger, we also have another way to write it by use the drop down list. So to use the drop down list, we add another sheet for the type of burger and price of each burger. So as you can see, type of burger there are three, which is regular, special and double. So double click on it, regular, special and double. For the price also have three types, which is 2.5 ringgit, 3.5 ringgit and 4 ringgit. So write it 0.5, 3.5 and 4. You also can rename this by put new list. So at the type of burger, we use drop down list by select database from C17 until C23. Go to the data validation, click new list, click data range and select this database. Click OK and save. Then you can see drop down list and you can choose either regular, special or double. Next, for the price, we also use the previous step, which is select database from E17 until E23, data validation and click new list, click data range and select data. Click OK and save. Then you can fulfill the cell of date, type of burger, quantity and price of each burger based on this table. For the calendar, you just double click on the cell and choose the calendar. For the type of burger, click at this drop down list and choose. So for the sale amount, we want to multiply the quantity and price of each burger. So we put the formula like this previous by put equal cell D17 multiply with this shift 8 and put the cell E17, then click enter, and you can click on the small this and drag down until cell F23 and the value automatically fill up. Other than that, Amir and his friend also want to identify the highest, lowest average, the highest, lowest average and total of their sale amount of burger. So let's make it for them. We started by create a border first, 2 column and 5 row. Select database, border and all border. Right, highest, lowest, average, total. Okay, amount of burger. So for the highest, double click on cell I-17, click function, and the highest we use max and select database from F17 until F23, click enter. Then for the lowest, we double click on cell I-18, function, use minimum and select database from F17 until F23 and click enter. For the average also we double click, use function, average and select database, click enter. The total we double click on the cell I-20, function, sum and select database and enter. So we also can customize this cell by the price. We add decimal place, select database from E17 until F23 and increase. So make and look so nice. For this we also can customize it by select database, tag wrapping and wrap. In conclusion, as you can see, this organizing data is better than before. This organizing data is more systematic, so it shows the use of basic function can help you in organizing data. Therefore, you also can try this on your own to keep your data more systematically. So, good luck everyone.